I think people are just the trade wars. They're kind of scary. It's like it's kind of scary because
Yeah.
we already have high prices, and yeah, he's trying to you know do I think it's in April reciprocal tax on all the goods, and so what he's essentially doing is like, hey, well, if Canada taxes at 25%, we're going to go back and tax them at 25%. Yeah, the thing about that is that it drives up more of the cost. If things are expensive and our wages are stagnant, where are we going to get this extra money for these tariff wars? Because we don't have it.
Yeah.
So I think that scared the market. That literally was like the market was like, yeah, people don't have money, and you're asking people to essentially hang in there with you while you try to, I guess, balance our budget of trade deficits, and it's not even an issue really,
Yeah.
you know. And I hear,
No, he's making the problem worse.
yeah, and I heard some of his supporters like, we can weather the storm. I'm like, no, you can't. You're the people that most of his supporters are the ones who cannot afford any more inflation. And it's like we can weather the
Yeah.
storm, yeah, really, but you can't because well, you're gonna pay if egg is $16 now. What are you gonna pay $30 for eggs because you want to help Trump in his tariff wars? It's like and like I think that Justin Trudeau said it best.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, I don't think that this is anything to do with trade, anything to do with trade deficit. This is Trump is known about what tariffs do.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of different times he's had appearances, and they've been like, uh, they tell him exactly what a tariff is. It's not. It's a tax on consumers. It's not a tariff on Chinese that Chinese people are paying. Anything like that.
Yeah.
This is not to right any wrongs. This is intentional for him to manipulate the stock markets because when the stock markets are low,
Mm-hmm.
or the stock crashes and the prices are low, then all of his billionaire buddies know the right time to all buy it up at once,
Yeah.
and and then he can reverse his tariffs, make the rest of the at least give a little bit of a bump in the direction, at least to move it in the direction so that all stocks start to rise, and then people that bought his stocks low with his direction are
Mm-hmm.
going to make millions, billions. It's going to be a great wealth transfer from the middle class, people who have smaller investments all the way into like the hands of a more concentrated, smaller group.
Mm-hmm.
He's created an oligarchy with intention. He's trying to concentrate in the money and power in the least amount of hands as possible so that he can control them and he can control everything.
But I guess
But
how does he achieve that with tariffs though?
because he's controlling the stock market, like I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's gonna crash it one day and then reverse his decision, let the markets heal, that's gonna
Are you telling me the president is doing stock manipulation?
yes,
Wow.
he is intentionally. That's the whole purpose of the tariffs thing. That's the whole reason why all these tech bros have gotten behind him, despite knowing how economic works. They know that tariffs are bad for the economy.
Mm,
They're not stupid. They're rich people. They have a lot of good advisors.
yeah.
But market crashes are always good for billionaires and millionaires because, you know, in 2008, the only people that suffered was working class people. It wasn't the people, the bankers. It wasn't the investors. They are always secured.
Hmm.
They're always the first ones protected in our system.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is intentional stock manipulation. It's making Trump money. It's going to make Elon Musk money, except for the fact that he's become so unpopular. There's nothing he could do to get people to invest in Tesla now.
Yeah. Right.
But you know, all the other people, all the other oligarchs are, they're making money off this for sure. It might take a little bit of time, but overall, in the next few years, they're going to be even richer than they were today. And we're going to be struggling, and prices are going to increase.
Mm,
It also gives a reason for price gouging. You know, you don't have to raise your prices in accordance to market market responses. You know what I mean? It's not always supply and demand. Sometimes you just see an excuse to raise your prices and something to blame it on.
Yeah.
Well, tariffs. It gives a reason for them to just decide whatever they're going to charge, and they can just blame it on Trump or whatever. But really, it's just profit. It's you know greed, profit seeking, and behavior.
Mhm.
Nothing new.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing new, but I think that what's new about this is the extent at which he's willing to do the stock manipulation. I mean, just the chaos it causes.